What's more fun? Stealing Ronald McDonald or playing Clash Royale? None of y'all are correct, it's Clash Royale. But recently McDonald's had a heist, and these McNappers stole Ronald McDonald. So I had an idea. What if we make a Clash Royale deck, recreating the scenario? First, we need a Clash Royale building that will replace McDonald's. So at first I thought, who comes out of McDonald's? And we all know, it's not skeletons, it is big barbarians. So that's the first card in our deck. Now the clown. When you think of Ronald, what do you think? I know what I think. I think of freedom and no harm doing. And like a pole to my head, it came in an instant. Ice Golem. An innocent being like Ronald. And a weird nose like him too. Allowing for the easiest one on this list. Now it's getaway time. And they drove a black Nissan. Now with our two black Nissans, which one do we pick? To put it simply, I put the white one. If you can't tell, this was captured on CCTV footage. And the only Clash Royale card that has a camera is the Sneaky Goblins. Now in this camera footage, we see a girl with red or orange hair. And Class, who has orange hair in Clash Royale. Yup, it's Valkyrie. And we're 5 cards in now. Number 6 is gonna have to have everyone else. She was accompanied by 2 girls and 1 boy. Now I'm gonna let you guess. What Clash Royale card has 1 boy and 2 girls? It's the Rascals. Now we got number 7, which reminded me of 7-Eleven, which reminded me of 9/11, 911, police. So stick with me here. Who is the police officer in this deck? When I think of a police officer, I think of this guy from Blue Bloods. Wait, Blue? Bushy eyebrows? It's Hunter. Now for number 8. In lots of stories, the bad guys get caught. And I thought as the last card, it should be jail. Making Goblin Cage the last card. Now it's time to recreate the scene. As the McNappers stole the clown, CCTV footage saw it from the background, and they escaped in a black Nissan. With the police using the CCTV footage to find out all this, the McNappers will soon go to jail. But wait, how good is this deck? Well, I'm not risking my trophies because I'm bad at the game, but we are gonna test it out on my girlfriend. She did really good in this game for what she had. She's a really decent player. So when coming into this fight, it was like, I don't know if I would win or not. And turns out this deck's really good. It could really handle giants, and if a counter push came on the left, which it wasn't really much of a counter push, I can just kite with the snow golem. And it's just gone. And through this whole game, it was just like slowly and slowly I damaged through her. And sometimes she'd come back with like a push, but I think it was just because I had more stuff that was like in later arenas that it was more stronger. But these suspicious bushes, they're super strong, and they like were the reason I won. And she was doing really good fireballing all my big pushes. But the barbarians were super strong in defense. Like I felt like that was the peak defense for me. And just let me survive like a lot of the pushes that she had against me. But overall through this game, it was just slowly me taking away her HP with like the suspicious bush and my rascals and all that. So at the end it was like, oh, and the timer just ran out. She didn't get 3 crowns, but I think this deck is just decent against low level. So I don't know. But then we had a challenger, the guy who got me into Clash Royale. Sensei to student, it was the battle of the ages. Using our defensive barbs, we protect against his P.E.K.K.A. and use our suspicious bush to try to deal damage. And we kite him with our ice golem, but then fail after placing down a Valkyrie. This is when I knew it was gonna be rough. And we go through defense, attacking a new defense, attacking a new defense. And with the new push I made, he conjures up the weirdest attack after. And our barbarians try to defend, but do nothing. But with my goblin cage, he helps us perfectly defend this. He runs into that frost wizard, and then this barbarian runs in, making the electro dragon focus on him and letting our princess tower knock it out. We develop a push, and he places a P.E.K.K.A., but it's gone before you know it, and I add 1 more troop to my attack. Then there's 17 seconds of me just absolutely being chopped, until finally I make a useful move. Then on the opposite side he places Lumberloon. So we defend with Goblin Cage and with Hunter, and it's a really good defense. He tries putting my characters together to try to kill him from COVID-19, but it doesn't work. So we make it a bigger attack. Then it disintegrated, and to put it simply, this game is backs and forksies. But the last minute of overtime was super intense. But we weren't scared because we had 2 barbarian huts. And through this game, it was murder after murder. And what's funny is that my rascals beamed an Electro Dragon in seconds. I kept attacking this guy, and he kept defending, and it was like the Great Wall of China. And he surrendered because I did more damage to his towers than he did to mine, letting me win on overtime. My thoughts on this deck is that it's a 5 out of 10. It's pretty fun to play, but it's not good at all. Now I hope you enjoyed, and if you could please subscribe, it would definitely help out a lot, and comment on what I should probably do next.